Hey guys, so it's time for us to take another trip, but in doing so, it's time to pack the rigs. Luckily, both rigs are already pretty much set to roll, and just to add a few things too, such as laundry, groceries, maybe some firewood, but pretty much we're good to go. But I wanted to give you a quick tour of what it looks like before we go to kind of explain what I mean by ready to roll. All right, let's take a look. So we obviously just came back from a little, I think we did the camp trip, which was the last one, but it's a little messy in here. Everything's kind of all over the place. Nothing was set into its original spot. We borrowed the chair to go to LA Auto, so obviously we checked that one back in, but I'm gonna go ahead and go through some of the cabinetry and what we have in this unit to kind of give you a look on what it means to be ready. So the nice part about the Canopy Camper is if for some reason I didn't want to access something through the doorway, I can always come in through the sides. So you got two wide open windows for access into the camper. This is where we kind of hop in and grab last minute things, especially if they're like in the pockets. Okay, well, breakdown of the pockets. This is kind of our bathroom pocket, obviously because it's the easiest to access. I got our toilet paper bags. Normally there's toilet paper in here, but obviously since we used it last time, it's not, so I'm gonna have to reload it. This is also where we have lights. I guess I did put those away. And soap suds, cap suds. So this one's ready to go. Everything you need to wash your body, hair, face, whatever. And it's environmentally friendly, biodegradable. So camp suds. Yeah, this pocket has kind of become a little bit of a mess, but yep. Bathroom baggies. I got some bug spray and repellent, which normally is a little more easy to access. I'm actually going to move all of it. Bugs suck. They love me. I hate them. But again, easy to access. We also have hand sanitizer. So our friends at Shower Pouch, Mike, if you're ever looking for some hand sanitizer, this is the stuff to use. And it smells good, so it doesn't feel like you're taking an alcohol bath. So that's always ready to go. That's where my lights should go, so I completely missed. So we'll put that away. That's just lighting accessories, hand sanitizer, bug repellent. This is the bathroom and soap spot, so a little bit more of a cleaning maintenance pocket. Oh, one of the best things, I know it's kind of random, these are emergency toilets. Women, ladies, these are like the best thing in the world because it's just a quick little, I need to use the bathroom and wee somewhere. Leave them in your car, leave them in the pouch. Sometimes when you just gotta go, it's a necessity, so that's it. Hey! All right, so, got one more. So that's good to go. I'm actually going to open up now and kind of go into the camper and show you some more stuff. All right, so aside from knocking everything over, like I said, normally it's a lot cleaner in here, but we threw some last minute things in because we did some events. So home is dirty, time to clean. Okay. Sugar. I don't know. Oh, I'm gonna put it in my, everything has a home. This is my coffee bar. So I'm just gonna throw sugar in here. This is my original coffee bar in my lightener pod. You got your jet boil, fuel, lots of coffee, coffee grinder, coffee filters, a little hand crank for coffee making, but it takes too long, so we'll save that for a real quiet day. Yeah, this is usually something that goes with me everywhere because coffee is life in the morning. So that's that guy. Put him away. All right, so the actual camper itself, why we made it the way we did, because we have gear that we wanted to use, and we didn't want to start over the process and have to buy a whole new set of gear. And we could, for space reasons, we did that in the 4Runner. We had to re-buy a lot of gear, smaller, more compact, to fit exact spots. So that investment in itself required us to, one, sell off a lot of things and put a lot of things in storage. So now we're duplicating chairs. I mean, we didn't sell chairs. So you're duplicating chairs, you're duplicating tables, you're duplicating gear. And now it all just sits in the garage in a big giant pile. So we decided for the camper, we were not going to do that because that would lead to more stuff in our storage unit. So we told Al, sponsored by Wifey, who made our cabinetry, the key things that we wanted to bring with us. The key things we wanted to bring with us and what their sizes were. One of the biggest things is when you're at camp, you want a comfortable chair. Comfortable chair means bigger, usually a little cushioned, some of your amenities such as a cup holder, that type of stuff. So both of us have large chairs, and this is the chair. This is my chair, and Brandon has his own. So we basically told Al we want somewhere for our chairs to go inside the camper and being out of the way. So what we came up with was we wanted a long bulkhead. Why? Because the long bulkhead is where this guy is going to drop into and fit. So both of our chairs go into the bulkhead. Right now, this is kind of a temporary solution, but the bulkhead is obviously going to be a big opening in the back. And let me kind of just show you real quick what's going on. Again, it's a mess in here, apologies, but that is Brandon's chair. So his being a longer chair, we actually have it going in the back. So his gets piled in the back. We have a full-size stove, a small single burner stove, utensils. Oh, there's my liquid IV. Oh, look, toilet paper. So that's supposed to go up in here. Refilled. One toilet paper roll per person, I'd say, for a trip, just to be on the safe side. Whoever uses all their toilet paper, good luck. Find some water or some leaves. So, toilet paper, done. So, Brandon's chair goes in first because his is longer and it's out of the way, which is great. Then my chair goes in. And there you have it. Pretty much anything that's long goes in there. We don't normally travel with extras, but we are going to bring this guy. It's the Dometic Go Bench. Pretty nifty little thing because I kid you not, for how compact this guy is, and how many people can sit on it. You can't beat it, right? This is a 2-person chair versus that big old thing that I had was a 1-person chair. But for camp, always go comfortable, because you're sitting there for a long time. You don't want your legs falling asleep. Uncomfortable fireplace talks is kind of shitty, because then you just want to go to bed or something. Bench is kind of for extra people to sit on, or if we're by a campfire and just need extra places for people that kind of showed up, wanted to hang out, but we still want them to have a seat. So, go bench. That fits perfectly in there too. So that means that's all cleaned up. Number 2 thing that we always make sure we have is our coffee maker. Right now it's actually in the works of finding its permanent spot. So again, we're working with Al on discovering how we're going to make that happen. But this is my infamous Nespresso, and yes, it has to go everywhere. It is now officially an add-on to the camper that we have to have. So with that being said, we actually had a little slot. So in building things, you always kind of come up with changes. We had this little slot initially built because we thought we were going to build a battery system in here. Let me go ahead and bring that over. Okay, so we had this area that was originally supposed to be for like a 100 amp hour battery. We were going to put our fuse, circuit breakers, everything, kind of the brain in here. Well, we decided to change that one during our build. We decided to change and use the EcoFlow. So instead of having a cabinetry go all the way to the door, 2 things. We didn't want the corner right here, the jagged corner, because obviously when you're entering, that would be the first thing to hit either your knee, your shin, your bone, and that's no bueno. So we had this part pushed back, and we decided we would have our battery box right there. So we measured for it and kept an open space, which has actually worked out pretty perfect, because now nothing is actually just right in front of the heater. The heater actually has a nice open space, and then our battery box down below. And then fire extinguisher below as well. Always have a fire extinguisher, just in case. That is the Element 100 Minute. And, I mean, I've never had to use it, but if you were looking for something small, that might be something you want to consider for your gear as well. Okay, so back to this guy. Because we decided to change the placement and what was actually going to go in there, we had a little bit of fun. Al decided that we were going to kind of play around. We cut part of the wood on the forward half, because this is actually over the wheel well. So we decided to cut this piece into a slit and then do a top opening versus like a little door, because obviously there's not very much room for a door, and even if you had one, the sliver would be too small, so again, pointless. So we decided to do a top access, which means it's on hinges and you have a pretty decent space in there. I'll kind of give you a look. As of right now, what currently fits in there perfectly, those are my go treads. So that's my bag. We have an extra blanket kind of tucked above the wheel well. Nice part is that's just an emergency blanket, or if it's cold by a campfire, I'll pull it out and use it. Which leaves a lot of extra space for obviously minimal things that can fit in there. Basically extra things, really. So as of right now, my go tread is in there. I'd normally have 2, so I would technically put my second one here. But being right now, we're just running the 1 because we seem to be leveling off decently. We only have the 1. So, kind of using extra gear. That is a basket from the National Luna 60. In order to really get some extra space in our National Luna, we're actually not running it with the baskets. The baskets are great. I love them to death, but baskets take up space. This whole frame will kind of cut your space. So when you run it without, now you have a full opening. Same with the freezer. You could pretty much put full-size things in there. Granted, yes, you still need to pack smart, but you know, it doesn't hurt to have a big space. Honestly, a 1-gallon jug of milk, perfect right here. You could probably put your creamers and whatever next to there. We put usually anything that's a little more delicate up here. And then of course that one runs the freezer, and that would be drinks, ice cream, or any miscellaneous things that we want to take to camp. So this is a dual zone. So the baskets have now become shelving units, storage. So we put random miscellaneous things in here. Again, it's really messy. It is messy. So that's our shower bag right there, which I'm going to leave. Okay, so this is what I mean by organization. This guy, I went out somewhere cold to camp, New Mexico, 23 degrees outside. This camper was amazing, but obviously all my hot chocolate's gone. I got some tea left over. So, we'll put that in the drinks. Brandon and I each have, this is our drink pocket. Each of us has a water bottle. Purpose of the water bottle is when you are running a heater, it does get kind of dry in here. So conveniently, rather than having to worry about having water bottles, we both fill up our bottles and we take them up to the top, and then we put them into the bags that are in the bed storage area. But again, we store these in here. That way we can have them for our trips and not have to worry. So water bottle, check. Okay, so that's done. Up here I have gloves. Obviously when it gets cold, I want to be able to grab something warm right away. So the gloves are ready to go. Gotta get a set for Brandon. And this is kind of our miscellaneous EpiPen. I don't know if you guys carry EpiPens, but it's kind of nice to have. We were camping on a trip, and one of our friends was eating something and goes, "Oh, it has peanuts." And I said, "Okay." And he goes, "I'm allergic to peanuts." I was like, "Oh, why are you eating peanut stuff then?" So he basically did not want the EpiPen, but he said he's not that allergic. It just causes him to tingle a little bit and swell slightly, but if he spits it out, he's perfectly fine. I guess that's a way to get your peanut allergies, not get rid of them. I guess that's a way you can deal with it, but if you don't carry an EpiPen, highly recommended. Grab this one. Thank you, Curtis, for providing, Dr. Curtis. Again, another shower pouch, hand sanitizer. But this one here is kind of our miscellaneous fire pocket. So we got MK lighters, we got a torch that we bought randomly, front runner. So this is our fire pocket with a few miscellaneous emergency things. Again, I keep the EpiPen right on this last one too, because emergencies require you to run up and grab something, and if it's not easily accessible, it's almost pointless, I would say. So everything emergency. The bathroom is one, EpiPen is another. All right, so going on to emergencies, first aid kit currently sits in this pocket, again, easily accessible. And I got my bare bones utility knife here, ready to access as well. I just like the way it looks, but highly useful. So put that away. That's that pocket. Okay, so going back into this guy, I have some rice. It doesn't hurt to have a little bit of rice on the side if you ever need to cook it. Coffee frother, never really had a home for it, but in all reality, what we're kind of thinking is this little guy might become our future coffee space. So that's coming soon. Again, with any type of interior, the nice part about custom builds is you can really change the space as you go. We are never the same. We're always evolving. We're buying new gear, we're changing, and this is why we're going to change. this space now. So it went from a battery box to a recovery box to pretty soon it's going to become my coffee box. Then my coffee stuff is actually going to have a home. So I'm going to put this guy back in. So bulkhead, good to go. Coffee space. The nice part is, if we wanted to take a look, and I'm going to do that, this is kind of the space I have. This is my Nespresso. That's going to be a perfect drop-in. I mean, even if I went corner to corner, that leaves me with, oh, my frother can sit right next to it, right? So let's say that goes there. These are my coffee pods. That is not gonna fit. So I'll have to find something for this guy. Coffee pods needs home. Good to know. Okay, so on this side of the cabinet is our favorite. Oh, before I continue on, behind me, the reason why the National Luna is also in this open space back here, if we were to ever have to carry something that's bigger than this little sliver of space that I'm sitting in, the nice part is we can take this 60-liter and move it into the cab on top of the goose gear, seat delete, and drawers, and from there we can put a larger item. So this is maybe going to become like a 4 foot by 4 foot space at least, which is pretty decent. And because this is a camper, I have this full area up here for anything that is larger than the bed or needs space up above. I can still store it and then bring it in through the windows. Okay, on the passenger side, we decided to go with drawers with sliding cabinets. The nice part about the sliding cabinets is, one, it looks nice, and two, you can access things from both sides just in case you need them. So right now we're obviously figuring out how we're going to store things, and the next step for me is to actually figure out exact storage boxes or bags or stuff. We're kind of playing around with what's in here. Like I said, things are kind of starting to become more permanent and ready to go. So as we develop into that stage, obviously that's coming soon. We're actually trying to debate on the hardware that we're going to use. The one thing about the hardware is we want it to match everything, but I don't really need anything too excessive. You know, simple life, I guess. Okay, so inside the cabinets, we have a shelf. Again, currently using the National Luna baskets for organization, and there's some food that sits in here. We got rice. Also, too, apparently I'm the one that introduced Brandon to instant mashed potatoes. He said he's never done these guys before, but I'm going to tell you, 100% keep these inside your camper. These are the best things in the world. This one is baby red potatoes, but I really do love like the 3 cheese, or I think it's a 4 cheese, and then there's some with bacon bits. These are awesome. I keep them all the time. And random bag of rice, and then go in there. So, what else do we travel with? Oh, that should go with my coffee. We actually travel with these plastic glasses. Nice part is, because they're plastic, I don't have to worry about them breaking, so they can just kind of go into anything. These go with my coffee, again, because I like to give people some coffee all the time. That goes there. Paper towel, huge plus. Normally put all the paper towels and trash bags into a bag. That way it keeps it organized. In here we also have, I bought some crackers in case I want to do charcuterie board. I guess those never got ate. and soups, macaroni and cheese, ham for cooking, all nice necessities. So again, there is food that kind of sits in here and stays, especially that canned soup. It's good for a cold night. Canned soups are amazing. Let's see. Oh, there goes my bowl. I'm glad you guys are here watching me clean my camper. 2 bowls, one for me, one for Brandon. And tuna, fully cooked. Again, just kind of random food stuff. So that's just gonna go there. Sometimes I like to travel with yogurt, so I'll do some granola. Trusty Trader Joe. Ooh, gotta wash this. We each travel with a coffee cup. I'm gonna take that inside and wash. So the nice part about it is I can take some things inside, get them cleaned up, and bring them back in during the clean out. I think this is done. I don't even know why. It's there. Oh, ramen. If you travel with some type of noodles. And I'm actually going to bring some more noodles. I think on our next trip, we're actually going to make what they call college ramen. I saw it from Becca, Fishing with Becca. She's this chick online, YouTuber. Been following her because she's kind of adventurous. But she has a recipe, and I'm going to use that one on my next trip. But here, ramen. Always got to have that. Obviously, freezer dry food. That's always a good thing. See how everything just kind of finds its home? Cups, bowls. Let's see. I know I saw these earlier. Plates. It never hurts to have extra plates, especially disposable, because sometimes you just don't want to clean. I got my knife set, and there's the Omnia back there. Let's see. And that's kind of miscellaneous wires and cables. So, if everything goes back accordingly. Oh, cutting board. Can't hurt to have a cutting board. This one specifically, size-wise, is the Tempo Tusk. So, Tempo Tusk bamboo cutting board. On sale. Right? Boom, done. Only thing I gotta do is wash that. Maybe grab a second paper towel roll for this weekend. And that guy is supposed to sit perfectly in here. And I have a jet boil pot with, oh, second paper towel. See? Like I said, travel with 2s. Second paper towel, done. All right, so that means that's done. I don't have to deal with that. Take some trash out. Alley cap hat. It's good for the sun. Protect your head. Oh, socks. Get rid of those. Parking pass. Aww. Memories. SEMA. All right, back up the trash. Okay, so with that being said, aside from the coffee needing to have a home one day, that's probably going to get put into a box for now. That means we're good. Checklist. We had toilet paper. We had paper towels. Gotta wash. Find a home. Load up the fridge. That means we're ready. I'll grab some groceries. Throw some clothes in the back of the cab. And we're off. That means the trip is ready to go. Next is, oh, propane. It's been going strong. We haven't had to refill it. I don't know how to tell you how much propane there is in there, but it's lasted, so I'm not even going to worry until we run out. That's to the fireplace. Let's see. Check our battery. Good to go. 100%. Look at that. Reason why it's 100% is because we have 2 115-watt Sunflare solar panels up top. It is cloudy today, but I mean, obviously it's not being affected. The fridge is off right now, so that's probably why it's not drawing anything. We're maxed out anyways, no worries. But yeah, that is our ready to go camper. Honestly, groceries, clothes, and we're gone. Where are we going? We are actually going down to San Diego this weekend. We're going to camp in Carlsbad. And then on Sunday, we have an event called Rigs N Brews at Duckfoot Brewery. Honestly, if you are getting into this and kind of interested, or even want to see the camper, we will be out there. Come on out. We love to chat to people, show you in person, kind of let you go in, tinker around, figure things out. And hey, it might inspire you for your build. So until then, maybe we'll see you this weekend, but we'll be sharing our camp trip coming up soon. Thanks. Bye, guys.